trapped inside a burning aircraft. Saudi Airlines Flight 163 was a scheduled passenger flight from Karachi in Pakistan to Jeddah in Saudi Arabia, with a stop in Riyadh in Saudi Arabia. The aircraft in use was a 1-year-old Lockheed L-1011 TriStar, registered as HZAHK. On the 19th of August 1980, 287 passengers and 14 crew boarded the aircraft. Most passengers were religious pilgrims going to Mecca, and the others were going to Jeddah for diplomatic missions. In the cockpit were 3 crew. The captain, 38-year-old Mohammed Ali Al-Quaita, had been with the airline since 1965 and was described as a slow learner who needed proper training. He had 7,674 flight hours, so 388 on the TriStar. Next to him was 26-year-old First Officer Sami Abdullah Hassanain, who was hired by the airline in 1977 and had only had his TriStar license for 11 days. He was kicked out of flying school previously due to showing poor performance, but later joined flying school again. Sami had accumulated 1,165 flight hours, with 125 flight hours on the TriStar. Finally was an American-Polish 42-year-old flight engineer called Bradley Curtis, who was put to fly the 707 or 737, but failed to meet the requirements for the 2 aircraft, so he was made to pay for his TriStar training. Curtis had only 650 flight hours, with 157 on the TriStar. At 6:32 p.m. local time, the plane left Karachi, Pakistan, and was heading to Jeddah. The plane landed at Jeddah, refueled, and took off at 9:08 p.m., heading towards Riyadh. Only 7 minutes after takeoff from Jeddah, the crew received alarms of smoke in the cargo compartment. The crew checked and confirmed there was smoke. At 9:20 p.m., the plane radioed ATC stating their intentions, and at 9:25 p.m. local time, the number 2 engine thrust lever became stuck due to fire burning through the cable. The crew then shut down the engine for the approach at 9:21 p.m. local time. At 9:35 p.m., the captain declared an emergency, and only a minute later the plane landed and went on to a taxiway at the end of the runway. The plane taxied until it stopped on a taxiway. The emergency personnel who were expecting a stop on the runway had to rush down the 4,000-meter or 13,000-foot runway to reach the aircraft. It took the pilots 3 minutes and 15 seconds until the engines were off. At 9:42 p.m., no one from the plane was evacuating or communicating to personnel outside. At 10:05 p.m., the plane door was opened from the outside and ground personnel went on board. Ground personnel came to the grim conclusion that nobody out of the 301 passengers on board survived. Investigators could not find out why the captain could not evacuate the aircraft quickly. The fire was found to have started in the cargo compartment C3, but the cause was not determined. It was found that the crew were still in their seats and died of smoke inhalation, and most passengers rushed to the front of the aircraft, and they too suffered a similar fate. It was believed that the passengers and crew did not want to open the doors whilst the plane was still moving. Saudi Airlines were heavily criticized for only putting poor performing crew in the cockpit. Thanks for watching this video. Please like and subscribe. Thanks.